You do that, all right? Leave the fluid comments to me. I'm the one that gets to say fluid. Nobody else gets to say fluid but me. And no rude reactions. And watch your tone. Watch your tone. I'm adding that, okay? Because you've been on one. You've been on one, okay?
I don't know if I can commit to number 2, dog.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No cussing.
Really? I don't like 3.
Really?
I don't like 3, Jay. I don't like 3. I can't call him Stevie. I can't call you Stevie.
You can call me Stevie. You can call me Stevie. You can call me Stevie.
Makes me feel better.
You can call me Stevie. Just don't say good boy. Good man. Good man.
Yeah, definitely don't say good boy.
Okay, let's move
He's
on.
warned me about that.
Okay, let's get right to it. The NBA season tipped off last night, and the stars took center stage in the Warriors-Lakers matchup. Luka Doncic got off to a hot start, scoring 43 points for LA, but it wasn't enough. As the combined prowess of Jimmy Butler and the babyface assassin Steph Curry helped Golden State win the game, 119-109. Not the start the Lakers were actually looking for to begin the season. According to ESPN Analytics, the Lakers have a 3% chance to win the NBA title, which ranks 11th in the NBA and 6th in the Western Conference. Jay Will, it's been a while, so we'll start off with you. What did you learn about the Lakers last night?
Well, out of the 4 teams that were playing last night, they were by far the worst in the play. Like, shout out to OKC, shout out to Golden State, shout out to Houston for actually bringing aggressiveness and the style of play where you see teams are actually contending in the Western Conference. The Lakers aren't a championship team, and I think it's okay to say that. Like, watching them last night, I wrote it down, doggy. They're a mediocre team. Their offense is decent. Their defense is horrific. Now, think about this. So, Luka definitely was incredible last night. Attacking downhill, energy levels seemed high, conditioning was a thing in the offseason. Seems like he has handled that challenge, right? But when you get Luka and you take away a guy like Anthony Davis, who is the backbone of your defense, who can alter shots, allow guards to press up on the perimeter, it gave you a defensive mindset. This team now with DeAndre Ayton, there's no defensive mindset. There were multiple times, I say last night, where he was floating around the perimeter. He was getting backdoor cut. He didn't know where he was on the court defensively. They were getting beat in transition. Golden State was in there. I know I said I can't curse. It was in their ass. He was in them defensively, in their pocket, doggy, each and every possession. Jimmy Butler looked great. Jonathan Kuminga looked great. They played with a sense of urgency. I do not understand how the first game of the NBA season, J.J. Redick has his work out for him, that they did not bring any kind of tenacity to the table. And it makes me extremely concerned with everything that's on the line for this team. LeBron being out, I know their schedule is a little bit softer until he comes back into November 23rd, around that pocket. But this team has a lot of challenges. Luka will do the Luka-type things that we know he can do. But this team defensively is nowhere close to being one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
Well, they got murdered by Minnesota last year, so I don't know why. In fact, they're supposed to be so much better this year. When 8-8, the kid they bring in from Portland and Phoenix is their big addition in the off year. Plus, you got no LeBron, so it's going to take a little while to get going. I expect Luka, as you said, he had everybody was yelling about him last year. A to trade, out of shape, not into it. He'll have a big year, and I think him and Reeves will be okay. They'll score. But as far as them winning in this conference, there's just too many good teams. So, 3%, that sounds about right with Houston and Oklahoma City, and obviously Golden State's going to be good. Butler's there the whole year. They're into it. Fifth ring. Obviously, you got Green still sitting there. That team's going to be very good, the Warriors. And they have a chance to have a hell of a year. But the Lakers are the 5th, 6th best team in the Western Conference, and that's not going to do them a lot of good come postseason time because they're going to not get a first round. They're going to be no home court first round. They're going to have trouble getting out of the first round to make a long story.
I'm going to say, well, we know that. We know that that's definitely going to be the case because you've got OKC and Houston. Once Kyrie and Anthony Davis come back, you've got Dallas, you've got Minnesota, you've got Denver who reloaded, and now they've got some depth. So there's about 5 teams that you think about before you even think about the Lakers. Let's get that out of the way first. Having said all of that, I will say this. I believe in J.J. Redick as a coach. I think that J.J. Redick is going to be a star coach in this league for a long time to come. I really believe in him, and I really believe in his ability to make adjustments and to make them better. I think they'll get better. I don't think last night is an indication. Certain teams are your kryptonite, y'all. And I think that when you look at Golden State's ability to shoot perimeter shots, everybody can't shoot like that. Everybody can't shoot like that. And I think that's what you got to remember. Most teams are not going to cause the problems for the Lakers that a Golden State Warriors team will cause. That's how I'm looking at that. I also want to say this. LeBron with the scatter and all of that. Listen, we all know that this is the most well-conditioned athlete, one of in the history of the NBA. He takes care of himself. I'm not saying the injury isn't serious. I'm saying that I have every confidence that he'll be able to come back and do the kind of things that we know he's capable of doing, giving you his 25 a night. That offsets some of the defensive woes because of what he's going to bring you offensively as well. DeAndre Ayton seemed clueless out there. It's going to take him a while to get going because it always takes him a while to get going. And then even then he fades and, boy, he comes back. He's like a roller coaster. We get all of that. In the end, I think we look at the Lakers. I think the one positive to peel out is that Luka was out there showing he's ready.
Doing his thing.
He's ready doing his thing.
He's elite.
So for him to come out there, and we all know what a stud Jimmy Butler is or what have you, and to see Luka just going at him or anybody else, you got to love that. Here's what I love about the Warriors. My only question about them is they're being undersized. That's it. When I looked at Houston, which we'll get into later, and I look at them starting 4 guys 6'11", when I look at OKC with their size, when I think about Dallas and their size, and you think about playoff basketball, you know that could potentially spell trouble. But I like what I'm seeing for the Warriors, and I'm going to say this. It's crazy that the man is old and everything like that. Man, I think Al Horford is a tremendous addition for Golden State. And here's why. He's smart. He's a champion. He defends, okay? And you can't leave him open. He'll make open shots. He'll make spot-up open shots. And that's going to help take some of the pressure off of Draymond Green, who's just a future Hall of Famer. I mean, the brother's just a brilliant basketball player, brilliant basketball mind. So when you look at Golden State and Kuminga, and their mission is to make sure that everybody is, your stars are getting 34 minutes or less. That's their mission, quietly, that nobody's getting more than 34 minutes. If they pull this off, that means other cats will have stepped up, and you'll have more confidence in them come playoff time if you're Steve Kerr. And that is what I think is going to bode well for the Golden State Warriors. I think the Lakers simply lost to a better team last night, a team that's tailor-made, that they're tailor-made for. And I think that's what you're seeing more than anything else, because most teams can't do what the Golden State Warriors can do.
But that's a little bit of the issue with the Lakers, though, S.A., is that